just ahead on CTV News. Mourners gather for President Jimmy Carter's state funeral. Plus, county schools are closed for a fourth day. And Simon Buggs has our Thursday sports page. Those stories and more, CTV News starts now.
Good evening. This is CTV News for January 9th. I'm Mariah Jalad. Thanks for joining us. Former President Jimmy Carter was honored today with a funeral at Washington National Cathedral, celebrating his humility, faith, and decades of service. The 39th president, who passed away at age 100, was remembered for his work beyond the White House, building homes, eliminating diseases, and waging peace worldwide. President Joe Biden delivered a eulogy praising Carter's dedication to treating everyone with dignity and respect. All living former presidents came together to pay tribute, including Barack Obama, Bill Clinton, and George Bush.
Maybe this is unbelievable to you, but in my 49 years, I never perceived a difference between his public face and his private one. He was the same person no matter who he was with or where he was. And for me, that's the definition of integrity. That honesty was matched by love, it was matched by faith.
Through it all, he showed us how character and faith start with ourselves and then flows to others. At our best, we share the better parts of ourselves: joy, solidarity, love, commitment.
After the service, Carter's remains were returned to Georgia for a final farewell in his hometown of Plains. And Prince George's schools were closed for a fourth day today as the area continues cleanup following the winter storm. District teams have cleared parking lots, building entrances, and sidewalks. But officials say icy roads continue to create hazardous travel conditions. Meantime, for the second day in a row, the school district distributed grab-and-go meals at 5 county public schools.
Schools throughout the county where we are providing meals to our families.
How many meals have you handed out?
Well, so far, last I checked, in this school alone, $4.95, like $4.95. Breakfast and lunch.
No word yet on if schools will reopen tomorrow. And as we just mentioned, this weekend's snowstorm has kept children out of the classroom going on day 4. We expect Prince George's public schools to have to make up at least one of those days. PGCPS automatically accounts for 3 inclement weather days at the beginning of the school year. The system's calendar currently has February 14th and March 17th designated to be converted to makeup days if necessary. And don't put away those snow tubes or shovels just yet. Our area may get hit with another round of snow this weekend. The snow will bring along her companion, bitter cold temperatures. We may see anywhere between 1 to 3 inches of the white stuff. There is also slight chance, depending on the track, that the storm could strengthen and bring a substantial amount of snow to the DMV. And Maryland lawmakers have already introduced hundreds of bills for the 2025 legislative session, which began yesterday. Some of the bills that would have the most impact on Marylanders and Prince Georgians include House Bill 8, which requires food manufacturers to use certain more clear language for quality and safety labels on food products. Senator Joanne Benson of Prince George's is sponsoring the Driver Education and Career Education Act, which would fund driver's ed and career and technical education for students to take through their school systems. Senate Bill 106 would give the Child Safety Enforcement Administration the authority to notify the Motor Vehicle Administration of unpaid child support, which could result in a suspended license. That bill is sponsored by Prince George's Senator Anthony Muse. Thousands of bills are expected to be introduced over the session. We'll keep you updated on all the important legislation. Meantime, Governor Wes Moore says the budget plan he's proposing includes $2 billion in cuts in an attempt to close the state's nearly $3 billion budget deficit for the next fiscal year. Speaking to reporters yesterday, Moore said his administration still has a high bar for tax increases on Marylanders as a way to generate revenue. A majority of Marylanders oppose tax increases, so if Moore does instate them, it could hurt his popularity as he nears a re-election campaign in 2026. Other topics his administration will be giving attention this assembly session: transportation, public safety, and efforts to drive down healthcare costs. And Maryland's Attorney General Anthony Brown announces his priority legislation for the assembly session, with a particular focus on the protection of vulnerable adults, fair labor practices, and Maryland's criminal justice system. Brown also says his goal is to protect all Marylanders, regardless of who holds power within our government or seeks to violate residents' rights. And you're watching CTV News. I'm Mariah Jalad. Still to come.
WMATA cuts out a number of bus stops in Prince George's County. I'm Byron Scott. We'll have that story coming up.
I'm Tony Goldwyn. As an actor and a director, I attend a lot of screenings, but there's one that's different. It's important, and it could save your life. A lung cancer screening. You know, I lost my mom to lung cancer when she was just 68 years old. That's Jennifer. And if she'd had a screening, I might have had her for a lot more years, but by the time her disease was detected, it was too late. It had already progressed to an advanced stage. Lung cancer screening is the key to early detection when the disease is most treatable, even curable. All it takes is a low-dose CT scan, which is quick and painless and requires no special preparation. So if you think that you might be at risk for lung cancer, please talk to your doctor about screening. Early detection could save your life. Go-To for lung cancer is your go-to. For more information about screenings, visit goto.org.
Some people judge a book by its cover, and if you're not what people are looking for, you're kind of like a reject.
At school, it feels like everyone's staring at me, and I'm just kind of not really a person.
Sometimes I can't believe that you could be proud of me if I'm not proud of myself.
It just was hard today. Nobody was listening to me.
Think of our best times together. Let's do more of that.
You know, try to understand me more, and I'll try to do the same.
Listening is a form of love. Find ways to support your kids at sounditouttogether.org.
Well, a dispute between WMATA and an Oxon Hill apartment complex is leaving residents without their convenient bus stops. Byron Scott explains why.
For decades, Metro's P12 buses wormed their way through the Forest Hill Apartments complex on Southern Avenue in Oxon Hill, making 4 scheduled bus stops on the property. But the bus stops' days are numbered. Posted notices indicate WMATA is eliminating the Forest Hill stops, and residents are not happy.
It's just sad. We need these buses to run through this property.
Upsetting?
Yes, very upsetting. Yeah, 'cause I catch this bus to work and I catch it home. So yeah, very upsetting.
Attorneys for the apartment complex issued a cease and desist order at the end of last year against WMATA, and this is why. They say its buses are damaging the property and that WMATA refuses to pay for the damages.
To be honest with you, if they talking about them big potholes right there, I mean, be honest with you, they should man up to it. If the bus is doing holes like that, of course they should be responsible and fix them, or they could work it out with the rental office.
With the buses booted from the property, residents will now have to walk, in some cases a bit of a distance, to Southern Avenue and United Medical Center, Southern Avenue and 13th Street, or Wheeler Road and Vermilion Avenue to catch the bus.
We live way back up there on the hill up there, you know, so we normally walk down the hill and come right here and get the bus down on this side, which is basically, and it also goes to Iverson Mall when we want to go to the mall.
According to the cease and desist order, WMATA had long-standing permission to use the property, but that has been revoked. The transportation company says the move will affect 150 daily riders at Forest Hill and Oxon Hill senior apartments. What would you say to WMATA?
Get our buses back. We need our buses. Definitely need our buses. Need our buses.
Barring any changes, the last buses are scheduled to roll through here on Sunday, January 12th. In Oxon Hill, Byron Scott, CTV News.
Thanks, Byron. Well, student athletes at the University of Maryland will soon be paid directly by the school. Last October, a California district court judge gave preliminary approval to allow revenue sharing from institution to athlete. Maryland Athletics will give the maximum allotment to its athletes of just over $20 million. The vast majority of those funds will be dispersed to its football players and men's and women's basketball teams. The NCAA was also ordered to pay $2.8 million in back pay to former student athletes. Maryland's share of that sum will be $1.5 million annually over the next decade. Meantime, while college costs have seemingly been rising for years, the trend may have come to an end. New research shows students are paying less for public university tuition than they did a decade ago. According to College Board, the average in-state tuition at public universities this year is about $11,600. That's a 4% decrease from 10 years ago when adjusted for inflation. And when you take into account financial aid, the amount students actually end up paying has dropped 40% over the last decade. And Bowie State University is on a mission to increase the number of black male educators in the classroom, while also working to boost the number of teachers with national board certification. CTV's Michaela Newton reports.
For Zaire Bond, teaching runs in his blood.
What actually made you want to teach?
For me, it's the inspiration from my grandmother and father.
But growing up, he said something stuck out.
I've had plenty of teachers that are very good, but sometimes there's just this one little piece that's missing.
The missing piece? Black teachers. But data suggests white teachers largely outnumber educators of other races and ethnicities.
Our goal has been to sort of change that.
That's where Dr. Julius Davis steps in. His role is to get more black teachers in the classroom.
One criteria of the blueprint is for teachers to become national board certified, which is the highest professional certification that a teacher can have. We were just trying to do our part in supporting our teachers in the area.
Bowie State is offering dozens of Maryland teachers access to a national board certification for free. Charles Hicks is one of the candidates for the program.
And I just kept hearing about national board certification, how it kind of helps you be more diverse in the classroom, how to reach all your students and engage all your students. And I was like, you know what, I need to basically level it up.
But Zaire's journey in the industry is just getting started.
All students should have a teacher that reflects them. I have a lot of aspirations, but I'm just taking it one step at a time.
In Bowie, Michaela Newton, CTV News.
Thank you, Michaela. And still to come on CTV News.
And don't go anywhere, because if you're looking for new ways to get fit at home in 2025, stay right here. We got Darian from Vive Fit Studios. We'll be right back.
When a parent sees their child smile, they see hope. Aleem hoped that his son Rajib would have an easier life than he had. You see, Rajib, just like his father, was born with a cleft. But as a fisherman in a small village in Indonesia, the cost of surgery was out of reach. Their lives were transformed thanks to Smile Train, which sponsors free, life-changing cleft surgeries and other essential treatments. Rajib's surgery marked Smile Train's 2 millionth, and incredibly, Aleem's was the 2 million and first. Now, their smiles are a symbol of hope for children with clefts all over the world. 540 babies are born with a cleft each day, but through Smile Train, millions of lives have been changed. To learn more and support the global cleft community, visit smiletrain.org/learn. Smile Train, changing the world one smile at a time.
How do you feel?
Passengers flying into the D.C. area are reporting extra TSA screenings, including ID checks and bag searches at the gate. These heightened measures come ahead of President-elect Trump's inauguration and other high-profile events. TSA confirms it's in a heightened security state. In a statement to CTV News, the agency said nothing is more important than protecting our transportation systems and keeping travelers safe. The agency also said it's working with aviation and law enforcement partners to enhance security where it's needed. And more than $8.5 million of federal funding will go towards the first phase of the redevelopment of Baltimore City's Highway to Nowhere. What started off as a plan in the 1970s to connect the nearly 2-mile stretch of U.S. Route 40 to other main highways is now an eyesore and scar that runs through West Baltimore. Funding for the project comes from the Department of Transportation's Reconnecting Communities program, which aims to reconnect communities that have been left out from economic opportunity by past infrastructure decisions. Well, are you looking to start a new diet in 2025? U.S. News World Report has you covered with its latest best diets list, and the results are all about personalized wellness. This year, the report shifts from rankings to ratings, evaluating dozens of diets across 21 categories. The Mediterranean diet topped the charts again, celebrated for promoting overall health and chronic disease prevention. Newly evaluated categories include diets for arthritis, brain health, menopause, and more.
Added 12 new health categories to our diets ratings this year. So we added what are the best diets for things like fatty liver disease and arthritis. And one of the reasons why we did this is because diets are so intertwined with health conditions. And so these ratings within those categories allow people to see, okay, if I have a specific health condition, there are a set of a couple of diets that would be great for me to try. And maybe one's going to work better for me and one's going to work better for another person. But those ratings kind of allow more flexibility and personalization than the overall rankings.
So whether it's the DASH diet for your heart or low FODMAP for your gut, there's something for everyone. Remember to consult a health professional before making any big changes to your diet. And of course, diet is just one part of staying healthy in 2025. And for a lot of people, getting more active is also on their New Year's resolution list. But jumping right into a gym can be intimidating. So CTV's Bryce Parker is in studio with a local certified personal trainer to show us some things we can do at home to get our fitness journey started.
That's right, Mariah. So I'm here today in CTV studios with Darian from Vive Fit Studios, and she's gonna show me a couple workouts to get me started. Darian, how are you feeling today?
I'm feeling amazing. How are you today?
I'm doing good, doing good. So let's go full body first. I need to get the cardio going, get the juices flowing. What can we do?
Yes. We can do some really good workouts that's going to get our full body, total body, and it's going to burn some calories, get you up, get that heart rate pumping, and it's going to be a great workout if you're trying to lose weight for the year as your 2025 goal. So the first one we're going to do, we're going to use a stepper here. We're going to go on the side of it. What you're going to do is tap your feet here and press up as you go. Yeah, there you go. Great job, great job. Moving on to the second one, we're gonna step out, bringing our arms back like we're rowing. Yep, speed it up and go. Yes, good job. That's exercise number 2. We're gonna take it down to a squat for exercise number 3.
You gotta make sure you stretch for this one.
Yeah, of course. Here, we're gonna go in a fighting stance and you're just gonna stay in that squat and punch. With all your might, use that power. Yes, staying in that squat, using those legs, absolutely. Standing up from there, exercise number 4. You're gonna go up and down. And up, there you go.
It's like a dance.
And down, exactly. Up and down. Yes, and those are gonna be the 4 exercises we're gonna do for our cardio circuits.
All right, cool. So I'm ready to start. So let me know what's going on.
Okay, ready?
Start me off.
We're gonna do a set of 10. I'm gonna count to 10. Ready?
Ready.
3, 2, 1, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, good. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. over to the next. Let's go. 1, 2, good job. 3, stay low. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, squat it out. Here we go. 1, 2, yeah, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, stay low. 9, 10, and take it up. 2, let's go. 3, 4, yes, let's go. 5, 6, almost there. 7, 8, keep it going. 9, 10, good job. That's what I'm talking about.
Darian, thank you so much. I definitely felt that literally everywhere, legs, calves, arms, back. So you can find Darian on TikTok and on Instagram at 5Fit Studios. Thank you so much for joining us today. Back to you at the desk.
Okay, that looked really nice, really warmed up, really active. So stay with CTV News throughout the new year as Bryce and Darian will be bringing us more workout tips to stay fit in 2025. And Simon Buggs is here with the Thursday Sports page.
That's right, Mariah, and I have some very exciting MLB news in store for today. Hey everyone, and coming up in sports, the Washington Nationals add another piece to their roster to try and snap their postseason drought. Stay tuned.
Maybe it was a family vacation or a school field trip. But there you were, standing in awe at a national park. We are the National Park Foundation, and together with you, we're creating a future where every person, every generation, gets their chance at an unforgettable moment. Today, tomorrow, forever. Learn more at nationalparks.org/foundation.
We're out and about trying to get answers to the question, what do you wish you would have learned in school but didn't? What's the one thing that you wish you would have learned in high school or middle school?
Oh, everything when it comes to real life.
Or just discover and learn about more like career options, because that's important.
Definitely like financial literacy and stuff like that, I'd say.
Just understanding how to manage myself as an adult with finances, for instance.
What do you wish you learned in school but didn't?
Unlock your boundless possibilities. Learn more at ja.org.
What's going on, sports fan? It's finally time for your Thursday Sports page. We begin with some NFL news as the My Washington Commanders are gearing up for their first playoff game in 4 seasons as they will travel south for the winter to face off against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on Sunday in the wild card round. Now, the playoffs are a different animal than the regular season, and all eyes will be on rookie quarterback Jaden Daniels as fans are eager to see how the former number 2 pick will perform on the big stage. And the Heisman Trophy winner touched on how he's feeling ahead of the highly anticipated matchup.
It's exciting, but I mean, you gotta, kind of deal with those emotions. But I know I'm at the end of the day, still you gotta go out there and play ball. A lot of people gonna put a lot of emphasis on it because at this point it's really win or go home. And from there it's like, okay, you gotta go out there. Like the focus level might be a little bit more, but you gotta stay who you are throughout the week, who you've been for these 17, 18 weeks, and go out there and just play ball.
Kickoff is at 8 o'clock. The last time Washington won a playoff game was the 2005 season against, guess who? The Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Hopefully history repeats itself. Meanwhile, over in Charm City, the Baltimore Ravens are getting ready for their wild card game also, as they'll face off against the Pittsburgh Steelers to begin their postseason run. Things will be a little different for the Purple and Black this postseason, as they'll have a huge difference maker in the backfield in running back Derrick Henry. Henry has had a monster season, rushing for 1,921 yards and 16 touchdowns. And the 5-time Pro Bowler is expected to play a big role in the Ravens getting to and winning the Super Bowl.
It's exciting. It's great to have a great back. I mean, he's obviously running really hard and really physical and downhill. I think our guys are blocking well, and there's other elements to the offense that allows that. I think if you look at his career, he's definitely not getting first contact as early as he has oftentimes in his career. That's been great. All those things have come together well, and it's going to be a big part of our approach in the playoffs.
Baltimore and Pittsburgh will take the field on Saturday at 11 o'clock. Should be a fun one. In Major League news, the Washington Nationals shook up their roster, signing infielder Ahmed Rosario to a one-year, $2 million deal. Rosario played for the Tampa Bay Rays, LA Dodgers, and Cincinnati Reds last season before coming to the nation's capital. The 29-year-old recorded a .280 batting average, .306 on-base percentage, and a .38% slugging percentage with 3 home runs, 32 RBIs, and 13 steals in 104 games. Rosario is just one of a number of vets the Nationals have signed during the offseason, as the team hopes to make a return to the postseason in 2025. Moving on to the world of college hoops, the Terps women's basketball team suffered their first loss of the season last night. Maryland fell to USC in a close game, 79-74. The team is now 14-1 and will take the court next against Wisconsin on Saturday. And wrapping up sports, the Washington Capitals took down the Vancouver Canucks last night in overtime, 2-1. The Caps will be staying north of the border to face off against their next opponent in the Montreal Canadiens tomorrow at 7 o'clock. And that is your Thursday sports page.
So, Simon, how do you like Rosario signing with the Nationals?
I think it's a pretty good signing, Mariah. It's not a splashy one by any means, but it's a solid one at that. He's a veteran, provides some veteran experience for this team. He's also a very versatile defender. He's played 27 games at second base, 26 games at right field, 15 games at third base, and 14 games at shortstop. So he provides some versatility to this Nats roster. Like I said, they haven't made the playoffs in a couple years. Hopefully, them signing Rosario is a step they can take that will allow him to return to the postseason in 2025. So I'm looking forward to see what he can do in a Nats uniform.
All right. Thanks, Simon.
No problem.
Now let's get a look at our 3-day weather forecast. Tonight will be mostly clear, but we'll have wind gusts around 24 miles per hour. Tomorrow, it's going to be 31 degrees and cloudy, and we have a chance of snow in the evening. Saturday, more snow is on the way. We'll have a high of 36 and low of 21. Sunday is going to be sunny with a high of 34 degrees. And for our community calendar, this Saturday, Parks and Rec is hosting New Year, New You Total Body Sculpt. Kickstart your fitness journey with an invigorating full body workout designed to help you achieve your fitness goals. This event takes place from 9 to 10 a.m. at the Southern Regional Technology and Recreation Complex. For more information, contact 301-749-4160. And that wraps up CTV News for now. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you again tomorrow.
Good night, everybody.